Oi, get back to work. You slacking piece of garbage.
Not going to happen. No. We demand equality. Our bloodline has been oppressed for years. We do not wish to stay like this for eternity. No.
You are but a mere worker under my lens. What can you possibly do?
I am aware that I alone cannot do much. That is why I brought my people along. Together we shall march and chant towards freedom.
You darn peasants.
Oh, hey, we were just playing. Us? Yeah, we. So anyway, what you just witnessed was a conflict between the Lord and his workers. Caused by what you can call a social inequality. Yeah, and we're gonna tell you why such inequalities exist. Social stratification. And what they saw was just a portion of the system. We just showed them the other ones, no problem. Yeah, let me just dematerialize this other end. There. Now to the discussion. In the way. Social stratification, from the words social, meaning in relation to society or an organization, and from the word strata, a word commonly used in geology, meaning a series of layers. It may represent rankings as well. This term is used by sociologists to describe how societies categorize its people into tiers or ranking based on their social status. These include factors like wealth, privilege, education, race, and power as a basis. Now there's this term called social vertical mobility. It shows the ability of an individual or a group of people to move up or down the ladder in the society they live in. This becomes relevant because this measures if a society is an open society or a closed society. It basically means that an open society gives opportunity for people to move up or down their social class, while in a closed society, there are little to no chance of them getting out of their social class. Systems of social stratification. The first system is slavery. Yep, as the word suggests, it is the ownership of a person of another person. This is the most closed system in the known human history. Well, because you're basically taking away another person's freedom from them. This system stretches way back from the ancient lands of Middle East, like Egypt and Persia. It happened after the agricultural development of the societies, where the higher-ups made the prisoners of war work as a farmer in their lands. Until now, slavery can still be witnessed as debtors who couldn't pay and are forced to work, ethnic prisoners that are suffering from a work that their ascendants did to their now captor, women that had been captured in a war and are forced to either work or perform sexual deeds, and even children that has been sold by their parents for child labor. Another closed system, the state system. This is a social structure where there are lords who ruled over a land or an estate. Two main classes existed. The first one are the landed gentry or the nobilities. The second one are the serfs or the peasantry. The serfs mainly worked for their landlords and typically lived a simple and poor life, though they had more freedom than a slave. This system was more apparent and practiced in Europe back in the 1700s. Caste system is also a closed system, though it had a wider range of class and it had a traditional aspect to it. People born in these societies are put in unequal classes based on their parent status. They are expected to accept their fates and live like that for the rest of their lives. These caste systems were mainly based on tradition and are practiced by people from like ancient India and Africa. You may see an example of the caste system in ancient India. The four classes were composed of the Brahmins, the highest class, followed by the Kshatriyas, who were the rulers, the Vaishyas or the main producers, the Shudras, who were the laboring in the lowest class, and even the Dalits, who were the outcasts. Class system is by far the most open amongst all that have been shown. Societies that practice the system allow individuals to be born in a certain social class and have a chance of moving up or down the class levels in the society. This can be done with the use of an individual's effort, knowledge, and skills. The downward movement can be caused by the lack of this, or even by committing a crime. This system is somewhat related to Max Weber's view of social stratification, where economic status is not the only factor that influences one's social class. Instead, wealth, privilege, and power are also recognized. Classless society. This system is both an open and closed system, with a consideration of Karl Marx's view related to the conflict theory, where the lower class members of the society starts to revolutionize after realizing the oppression that they suffered from. They will now strive to create a society where everyone has roughly equal rights and wealth. It is somewhat similar to communism that is practiced by countries like Russia and China. This is a closed system because you really can climb up, along that is, as to why it is also an open system because you can climb up as a population, meaning your way of life can be improved. These systems have their own reasons as to why they have been practiced. There are also strengths and weaknesses to it. Though currently, we have found a way to create a society where this stratification still exists, but the voices are heard better. We are more free than we think we are, so let's not use this freedom to take someone else's. Let's live a life worth living. Again, this has been Cando, and thank you for staying tuned. Peace late!